Wait for it, Tom. Keep waiting. Hold the phone. Wait for it. I have determined your opponent just scored 2 points on you. You just got two. They scored. They scored on you. You don't have a lead anymore.
Oh.
I just want to let you know that before you kick the football off. I know you're ready to kick the football off thinking you had a 2-point lead, but you no longer have a 2-point lead.
Wasn't there a whistle though?
That don't matter.
Oh, okay.
The ball went backwards, idiot.
Got it.
Learn ball.
I'm dumb.
Learn ball.
Very dumb.
This thing we see, never. You should know exactly what's going on.
Fair. Baby. Nope. We here.
Wish there.
You in the right direction. Welcome to another edition of the Grossi Perna Show. I'm Tom Grossi. That's Brandon Perna, and this is G. Yes. And oh boy, we're coming off the high of a Thursday night classic as the Seahawks were able to rally from a 16-point deficit in the fourth quarter, getting a whole bunch of 2-point conversions in very crazy ways, and then deciding to go into overtime and go for 2 instead of the tie and getting the win.
Boom.
Dude, holy crap, what a game.
I was a little disappointed they didn't tie it. And because I felt that like that would have been the perfect conclusion to that crazy game.
Sure.
But I respect, this is the NFL. You get the win there. You take over the lead in the division, and it was the second best comeback this season by a football team.
You know what? And as this is going to pain me to say, but if we're just putting all the chips on the table,
sure.
Right? And if we are just really rooting for chaos
yes,
going forward, it is not significantly likely, but it is a decent possibility that the San Francisco 49ers can be the 1 seed. If they win out, they play Seattle week 18. So that battered and broken team would be the number 1 seed. I kind of want to see it. If it's not fair. The Packers, I kind of want to see it because that would just be the ultimate cherry on top of whatever the hell this season is.
Yeah, they were... I think the Niners, if they got 3 turnovers against the Seahawks, I think they might win that game.
Yeah.
I think they might win that game. In Seattle, Seattle does have a superpower right now, and that is they can turn the ball over as much as they want in a football game, and they're still going to win. They're doing it a little differently now. Before, they were building a big lead and then getting a little loose with the football.
Sure.
Now they're just like, here, fucking take it, and we'll still figure out a way to win. We'll have a once-in-a-lifetime play happen in our favor. We'll have a Rams touchdown taken away for a bad call because we got that devil magic right now, and we're going to beat you.
Well, it's a couple things, right? Because when you look at the Seahawks, your concern with them, because there's not a ton, is their offense, right? And it likely stems with Sam Darnold, right? Because whether they have the most fumbles in the league this season, on top of that, those costly interceptions are a problem. There are times where they can't get the run game going. Both Zach Charbonnet and Kenneth Walker are excellent running backs. But there's time, that Colts game, I think Charbonnet was their leading rusher with 38 yards, right? Like there's times where it completely and totally stalls out. But the thing that has been pretty damn consistent this season is that defense. And it just felt like in that fourth quarter, even though they're down 16, the second interception was bad. The defense, continuously was forcing 3 and outs. You had Shaheed with the punt return, which Shaheed, holy God, you want to talk about a game changer on the Seahawks? We were talking about him as a potential deep threat. But him and special teams, right? Because that's his, second return for a touchdown this season?
Yeah, he had one last week.
Yeah. So it just feels like the Seahawks, their special teams did a great job. And then you also look at the Rams, who had nearly 600 yards of offense, and they still lost that game. It seemed like it was very conservative play calling near the end of that game, in that fourth quarter when they were up 16, which makes sense, right? Because you're trying to run out the clock. But going up against that defense, man, they just kept on forcing 3-and-outs, and they didn't take a lot of time off the clock. And ultimately, the Seahawks were able to rally back.
Yeah, I don't even know how conservative the play calling was versus like the Seahawks defense finally just showed up. And that was the big surprise for me in the first 3 quarters of the game was just how easily the Rams were moving the ball against Seattle. Now,
yeah,
what the weirdest part of the Seahawks defense, it got better the more players they lost in their secondary.
Yeah.
Like they had Emanwari went out. I think Kobe Bryant was out. They had 3 players from their secondary out of that game, and that's when they were able to start shutting the Rams down, which doesn't make any sense. Mm-hmm. The interception that Sam Darnold threw in the red zone, at first it looks like a terrible interception. I think it was really a more interesting and just a great play by the Rams defense, because they dropped Kobe Turner back into coverage, right? He's a defensive end, defensive lineman. Mm-hmm. He just drops back into coverage, which Darnold did not expect him to do, which is why he gets the interception there. And that was when I tweeted, the Seahawks are no longer a scary football team. They have officially been removed from the contender list. And I was like, I definitely should not tweet this. I was like, but I think they're going to lose this game. I kind of believe this. I was like, but I know there's a good chance this blows up in my face. And 100%, I have never been ratioed so hard in my life. And respect to all the people who watch the show and know that, I'm messing around there. To the people who are just angry Seahawks fans, thank you for reminding me that every single fan base is the biggest, scariest pile of poop out there.
It's true.
Oh, you forget how serious people take.
Oh, then they remind you.
Oh my God.
They're just like, we have time on our hands.
The names they will call you.
Nico, so yeah, the big conversation after this game, right, is that 2-point conversion. Because originally seeing it, I was like, oh, all right, it bounces off Jared versus head, right? And so it's okay, it's incomplete, have a nice day. And again, I watched these games on mute. So then they kept showing the replay, and I was like, why are they just constantly showing? I'm like, yeah, it was a good play, but what are they doing? So to answer this question, Nico, because if it was a forward pass, it's an incomplete ball, and then just the 2-point try is no good. Because it's a backwards pass, it counts as a fumble. So for example, let's just say maybe you've seen some returns, like kickoff returns, and it's late at the game and they're trying just to get some magic going and they throw it backwards. It's basically a really long lateral, right? They can do that as much as they want as long as it's not a forward pass. However, if, for example, that's a backwards pass and the guy drops the ball, that is a fumble and that is a live ball. So what happened last night is it's a backwards pass. It hits Jared Verse in the head, and Zach Charbonnet rolls into the end zone. Jack Charbonnet goes to just pick up the ball and hand it to the refs, and the ball's in the end zone, so it counts as a 2-point conversion. So I saw some Rams fans obviously upset with that, and it's not necessarily that it wasn't a backwards pass. It's that there was a whistle, because I went back and I listened to the broadcast, and there is definitely a whistle that is blown, and that was a little confusing to me as to why, and it seemed like Sean McVay was confused about that as well.
Yeah, he was very confused in his press conference. I was confused. I made a video about it last night because it's such an insane play.
Oh, did you?
And I just started the video being like, I didn't know what happened. Yeah. I was like, what? And you're right. And apparently the whistle being blown does not matter as long as there's a clear recovery by, one of the teams. and it just happened to be a clear, continuous recovery. Gotcha. I think if the ball had kind of like come to a stop and it just sat there, and then a player eventually picked it up and then walked into the end zone, then like it wouldn't have counted. But the fact that he picked it up pretty quickly, he's untouched. You've got multiple angles to show it's there. It's fine. But the amount of people who assume that everybody should know that a whistle doesn't matter in that situation is crazy. Yes. Like, of course we're going to think that matters because you don't see backward passes a lot. And in fact, like the amount of times I've watched like a defensive player go and pick up a ball that you know is clearly like a dead ball. It's a forward pass in the backfield. You're like, okay, you're picking it up in case it's a backwards pass. We all know it's not. Well, this is the example as to why you always pick up that football, because you don't know. And in the broadcast, like they had moved on from the play. They were talking about the Rams not getting the 2 points.
Yep.
Or the Seahawks not getting the 2 points. Everybody's getting ready for the kickoff. And I think it's the way that it played out on top of it being like just a very unique situation is why it was such like a shocking moment in terms of, you know, the amount of time it took for that to get cleared up is odd.
Yeah.
In a game of that magnitude.
Sure.
In a lone primetime window. And then for that game to go into overtime and then for Seattle to win on a 2-point play is crazy. And the Rams kicker was perfect all night, and then he had a chance to hit the game winner. Can't hit the game winner there. It was just wild. And you got to give the Seahawks a lot of credit for not giving up. Kenneth Walker, I felt like kept him in that game early. Like their offense couldn't do anything other than get the ball to Kenneth Walker for 3.5 quarters. Then JSN started popping. Then Darnold stopped playing like shit, and he was playing like shit.
He was not playing well.
Don't get it twisted. It wasn't just the picks. He was ineffective. The Seahawks it was like 3 and out, sack, like all this crazy stuff. And
Jem, that's a good question. So a Seahawks fan here, how much do you trust Darnold going forward? I think there's so much talent that's on that team, right? Because you just mentioned JSN, right? Dude put up a goose egg in that first half. Like he didn't do anything. And then he started to come. So I feel like there is such a good support team around him. The offensive line obviously got improved because I feel like if that offensive line was worse, it'd be a different season. But I feel like he's a concern, but you could obviously still win, right? And it just kind of coincides with almost every other team we have this year who are contenders. There are flaws with every single team. So let me put it this way. Do I think the Seahawks can win 2 or 3 playoff games? I do.
Yeah. No, they can
and
go
that's
to
all
the
that matters
Super Bowl.
now.
I think this game for Sam Darnold is probably a big confidence builder. And I think a lot of a quarterback's ability to be successful late in games is just believing you can do it. And he did it against the Rams, who have had his number.
Yes.
He did it in a day where Stafford threw it for 457 yards and 3 touchdowns, no picks. And maybe it's just like getting to that point where you don't think you can win the game. And you're like, screw it. I'm just going to go out there and, do whatever. It doesn't matter anymore. Like you got to get to that mindset. And I don't know if he can do it consistently, but at least like we've seen him do it. And even more so, like the Rams scored first in overtime, like a layup touchdown to Puka Controversy. Again, I'm like, okay, now the game's over. Because the Rams had the defense to, like Seattle, to shut down anyone at any moment. They drive down. JSN, a big part of that. Darnold hits him in the end zone for the touchdown, and then they put the ball back in Darnold's hands for the 2-point play, and he finds, I believe it was Eric Saubert, former Denver Bronco, in the end zone for the 2-point play. After the game, he got a game ball, and he's talking about like, hey, I've been on a lot of different teams. I bounced around this league. And it was cool to just be able to make this play for this team because I love being here. It was a really cool moment. So, like, if you're a Seahawks fan, your confidence is through the roof right now.
Yeah, and Cornfield, no, I don't. If you're the Rams, there's no reason why you go for the 2-point conversion because the potential for failure is significant, because then if they get a touchdown, all they do is kick an extra point and the game is over. Like the Rams, like Perna said, like they did everything right in overtime, man. They marched down the field with ease. They were able to score. And then it was like, all right, now it's up to Seattle. But dude, Seattle rallied back. And for them to go for 2, man, I mean, dude, that's a huge deal. Now, I think the reason that you go for 2 there if you're Seattle is because there was time left on the clock.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like seeing the Packers and Cowboys game, right? So the Packers and Cowboys, they go, they score. Then the Packers wind up moving down the field. There's 1 second left on the clock. They kick the field goal and it's tied. The ball would have gone back to the Rams with like 3 minutes and change left.
Way too much time.
Exactly. And all they would need is a field goal.
Yeah.
So at that point, it's like, all right, well, they didn't really, the defense, they were able to just march on the field. They're probably exhausted right now. Let's try to go for the win. And considering we've seen that a couple of times this year, like we saw it in the Raiders game, who's the other team that just did it too? That they went for 2 at the very end and they wound up losing it.
The Commanders against the Denver Broncos.
The Commanders. Yep. There you go. That was them. That was an overtime too, right?
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, was this the first time that a team was able to convert a 2-point conversion in overtime and win?
Yep.
There you go.
History. Yep. Because I last night I was like, thank you, Nick Bonito, because the Broncos were that close to being the first team to lose that way. So yeah, crazy game.
Yeah. And now, so the Seahawks are now in the playoffs, right? They have punched their ticket. So after last year winning those 10 games, now they back in it. The Rams fall to the 5 seed. The Seahawks are currently the number 1 seed in the NFC. They have complete control over their destiny, but they don't have the easiest games coming up. And like I said, this actually puts the 49ers in a really interesting position.
Yeah.
Because if the 49ers win out, they're the number 1 seed in the NFC, which is pretty darn nuts.
It's wild. And the Seahawks Rams, both their games have been crazy this year. The Seahawks had a bunch of. Did the Seahawks have all the turnovers that first time around too? Or was it the Rams had a bunch of turnovers? Anyway,
it was the Seahawks.
In their 2 meetings this season, the Rams, 58 points scored, 830 total yards.
Oof.
Seahawks, 57 points scored, 829 total yards. So a 1 yard difference between both the offenses, 1 point difference overall, and they split the series. It's Stafford. I want Stafford to play a couple more years because I think Stafford and Darnold, Rams, Seahawks is the rivalry we didn't know we needed right now. But both games have been awesome.
Yeah. I mean, dude, someone in the chat was like, NFC Championship game? I was like, I'll watch this again.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Like all day. And it's so much fun because 1, it's the divisional game. And 2, you're having 3/4 of the division going into the postseason, right? Because unless like the Lions wind up sneaking in or something like that and taking a spot from the 49ers, well, I don't think it's going to happen. I think that like you are going to see some insane matchups, but like you would imagine you're going to see the NFC West battle it off again in the postseason. So whatever combination it's going to be, man, it's going to be so much fun.
The West will be battle tested.
Yeah.
I thought this was funny. Terry McCauley, who's the booth official, for Al and Kirk during the games. He was explaining, the backwards pass rule there. And obviously, if you're a referee and you do that on Twitter, you're going to catch some shit.
Sure.
So I didn't even know Terry was on Twitter, but he posted, on a positive note, a lot of people want to argue/disagree here. That's fine. But what's cool is the sparsity of garbage, ad hominem attacks, and childish memes that I get from many college fan bases. They know who they are. Kudos to NFL fans for showing a measure of civility.
Which, by the way, NFL fans are like, us? Are they talking about us?
They're like, I got to step up my game. That made me laugh this morning. Vermillion, for not being the biggest piece of shits on earth, like those college football fans.
Like those college fans, so much worse. To get too comfortable, I do think the play calling got a bit conservative at the end, because I know another team that blew a multiple score lead late in the fourth quarter against the Seahawks years ago. So yeah, I think I got a little concerned. But again, also Perna said, I think you give kudos to the Seahawks defense too.
Yeah, they just forced I think it was 3 consecutive 3-and-outs.
Yeah.
And the Rams, I think if you're a Rams fan, you're looking at that play where Stafford sailed the ball over a wide open Puka Nacua.
Yep.
That would have been an easy touchdown that they weren't able to get.
They missed a field goal.
What's that?
They missed a field
goal. They missed a touchdown, and then they had a touchdown taken away because of an illegal man downfield.
Yep. That
Terry McCauley in the booth was like, I don't think that's a penalty there. I don't think that should have been called illegal man downfield. So there's 3 big plays that don't go the Rams' way. And even though the 2-point play was correctly called, that's just an odd thing to happen after you think you successfully defended that play.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, high school teammate, Eric Saubert.
That's pretty cool.
He was part of our elite, very pasty, slow tight ends here in Denver. I think we had Saubert and Troutman on the same unit there, and it's just like, oh man. But happy for Saubert, and it obviously meant a lot to him, so very cool to see.
Sticking with this game, but something different. So we talked about Puka Nacua on Wednesday about going on.
Shit snowballed after that, Tom.
Oh, it really. I'm glad I put it in the rundown because it seemed like after that, dude, you had, what was it? Like folks from the government were tweeting about Puka Nacua. So yeah, that snowballed real quick. Puka had to come out and make an apology, the whole 9 yards. But then he goes off in this game, which is fascinating because I think there was a point where he didn't even get a target since the beginning of the second quarter, right? So there was a huge stretch where he wasn't, and then he wound up having over 200 yards in that game. He freaking went off. But Puka, then as soon as the game is over, and I mean as soon, he must have ran to the locker room and ran to Twitter, tweets out, do you have because I know he deleted it. Do you know what
it was about the refs? Let's see here.
About the refs, yeah. So he tweets basically, I don't remember the exact phrase, but he complains about the refs again.
Yeah, I got it.
He winds up deleting it. But Sean McVay, that was the most angry teacher energy that I have ever seen in a press conference. He is seething with rage to the point where halfway through his answer, he realizes how angry he sounds and is like, you know what, guys? If we could find that real quick, it's a phenomenal clip because he's so angry because he's asked about Puka and he's like, well, what do you think about, what he just said? And he has no idea because he literally just went right there. He doesn't know what Puka tweeted about. So he's very complimentary of Puka. And he's like, we're going to support him, whatever. But oh boy.
Yeah. And honestly, I don't think what Puka tweeted here is even that bad. It's just if he had just complained about the refs and that was the only thing that was drawing controversy around him,
sure,
then this is a little bit different. But it's not understanding the magnitude of the scrutiny he was under, I think, right? And I'll bring up the McVay thing because I pulled it last night because it is fascinating and it's, I think, a good representation of how savvy of a coach Sean McVay is.
Yes.
But Puka was being accused of being anti-Semitic this week because he was on Aiden Ross's live stream. Yes. And we played the clip where he was criticizing the officials, saying that they're terrible and they just want to be on TV. I think he said something about concussions aren't really that big of a deal. It's all in your head. Somebody posted.
I don't even know about that one.
They are all in your head, but
it is true.
My honest takeaway from that whole thing, and I hate to sound mean, I just don't think Puka's that bright. And in terms of understanding what's going on.
But see, I think the way that I view it, and maybe I'm being too kind here, I feel it's just a maturity thing.
It is 100% a maturity thing.
You know what I mean? He doesn't know.
No.
He does. Dude, the fact that this went viral, right? I don't know if he could have understood the magnitude, right? Again, I have never sat through an Aiden Ross stream ever. The only time I have ever even heard of this person is some random clips that go viral for some stupid crap, right?
Right.
It's the only thing I know of him. So when I saw him on there and he was complaining about the refs, the first thing I was like, oh, he's just going to wind up getting fined.
Yeah.
But then they started talking about a Jewish celebration and rubbing his hands together. And so that's what sparked the apology. And that's kind of what started going viral. And that got a whole bunch of traction after our show on Wednesday. And then he wound up obviously not doing those things, but
I don't think he realized anything he was doing was offensive in terms of the celebration thing. I think saying that the referees are intentionally making mistakes so they can get on TV is a wildly dumb thing to say. So, I think he is unaware. I don't think Puka has bad intentions. But then there's a weird thing that was going on because his brother got arrested for
stole a car,
stealing a car or borrowing a car that you didn't have permission to borrow. Until this week,
if you borrow a car you don't have permission to borrow.
Boys out there, Tom. We've all been rooting for his story. Just so I don't know. And I thought during McVay's press conference, he did a very good job because he was getting worked up. He's getting all these questions about Puka after a really tough loss, and he starts to get mad, and he realizes, nope, this is not the approach. And he goes into coach speak. He supports his player, and they keep pressing him until he just politely ends the press conference. And it was a fascinating situation on top of a crazy game to just watch all of it play out.
Well, you also have to think about it too. McVay has to be. Didn't also McVay just have a kid 3 days ago?
Yeah, and so, I believe he was sick and he didn't travel with the team.
McVay just had a baby, right? Sick, has to deal with this Puka Nacua crap.
Yeah.
Then they lose after being up 16 points in the fourth quarter, and then is asked, hey, so you know that wide receiver who got in trouble that you've been talking about all week? Yeah, what do you think about the tweet he just did? My man was not having it. Perna, Shaggy wants you to say a phrase down there.
Let's see here. Can you say Liz is a bitches? Liz is a bitches. Liz is a bitches. Liz is a bitches.
Bob, you were talking about that yesterday. Yeah, I obviously I've only watched NASCAR a very tiny bit, but dude, and his family, it's just freaking horrible stuff, man. Absolutely. So I didn't realize that. I thought I saw he passed. I didn't realize that it was a plane crash in the family, and
that's
horrible,
terrible.
Did you find the clip? I think I heard you in the background.
Yeah, well, I don't think I pulled the part that we want.
I could find it. You're good. So Rams fall to 5 seed. They still technically could get the 1 seed. That is technically possible. They do have a pretty easier schedule going forward. So the Rams, they got the Falcons and the Cardinals, right? So that's their last 2 games. The Seahawks, they got a little bit of a tougher road ahead of them. So they got the Panthers next week, which who knows? We're going to see the Panthers this week against the Buccaneers. That is the biggest who the hell knows game. And then they are going to end the season against the 49ers.
Yeah. I got it here.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can hear it.
Taking a bail shot there at the refs. I mean,
what are you talking about?
You just put something on Twitter a couple minutes ago.
Yeah, so what are you asking me right now?
Are you okay?
I can't answer questions about something that I'm not aware of.
Okay, but are you okay with players kind of expressing frustration over things like that? Or is that something that you hope that they kind of keep to themselves?
I got to have more information before I answer any of those kind of questions.
What conversations have you had with Puka about his live stream this week?
Yeah, he was very apologetic. I don't think he understood the totality of some of the things. I think he issued that apology. I know this guy's heart, and for anybody that was offended, terribly sorry about that. I know he feels that same exact way. He's a young guy that's a great kid that's continuing to learn about, just the platform that he has. I love him. We're going to continue to put our arm around him and help him learn and grow. but we never want to do things that ever offend anybody, and I know he feels that same way.
How about those guys coming onto your property at the facility in a short week as you're preparing for the biggest?
Yeah, I don't know anything about that stuff. They came on our property.
Can you pause it?
He said on the live that you were
It is the most angry teacher because they're asking about. So Aiden Ross and company tried to get into the Rams facility because they were trying to like get on stream with like Puka, and like Puka was trying to like help them get in or whatever, and they got denied at the gate, right?
Yeah.
So this came out, and Sean McVay was just asked that question because it's a little bit low in the clip. Was like, did you know about these folks trying to get on the property? And the Sean McVay turn of like, were they on our property? Like it is.
Huh?
It's just, so he gets angrier and angrier, and then there's going to be the switch.
Yeah, and it's because they won't stop poking it. And I get like they're trying to get their story.
mad.
I don't think, no. Did he say my name?
He said boss man. I assume that was you.
It wasn't me.
He say my name?
Was it like a distraction this week?
No, it wasn't a distraction at all. Did you think his play showed that he was distracted? I didn't think so either. He went off today. He didn't. And you know what? And I apologize for. I love this team. And man, when you put out as much as our group does, and you care so much about something, and you come up short, it's incredibly disappointing.
Phenomenal.
But
I love
it's
Sean
that
McVay.
switch because he's just like, does it look like it was a distraction? Then he's like, you know what, guys?
Okay.
I'm sorry.
I see what's happening here. I'm the face of the franchise right now in this moment, and I'm going to play it cool.
Hasn't slept for 72 hours, has like a newborn, and is now dealing with a 24-year-old going on an Aiden Ross stream. Exactly what he wants to talk about after a devastating loss.
What'd you think of the tweet right after the thing? What'd you think about that? Like, good God.
Yeah, also their plane did get delayed. That is
They had a delayed plane. They got cursed this week. They lost in horrific fashion. It might be the curse wheel's finest work. This might be the finest work because I like it because nobody got severely injured as well. Like it was just a loss and a bunch of bad circumstances.
Oh my God. Yeah. So what a night for the Rams. what a week for the Rams. This might be your best curse wheel yet. I mean, because oh boy, there was a lot of cursing going on. Holy God, man. Yeah. So that's the Rams. They're in the 5 seed now. Still have a shot at the 1 seed, but it's going to be difficult. They're going to need the Seahawks to drop some games. But yeah. Perna, you got power rankings?
No.
It's okay. What do you got? Who's your top 5? You remember?
I can tell you. And I don't have power rankings because I dropped Jess's car off at the shop this morning to get oil changed. Easy thing. Little slow there, no big deal. But then I bumped into my friend at the auto body shop. 7:50 a.m. in the morning on a Friday, just very random.
Sure.
He's there. I'm like, holy shit, dude. We're talking. His girlfriend calls because she's supposed to give him a ride home. She locked herself out of the house. So I was like, oh, I'll give you a ride, man. No big deal.
Were they on the curse wheel when you spun it?
They might have been. It was just like a random thing. So my quick trip to the auto shop took a little longer. I didn't have time to get the power rankings graphic made.
Probably had to park your truck, and that takes a bit. So, it's just...
Okay. Let's see. My top teams, Broncos, number 1, still.
They were my number 2.
I had the Rams at 2.
They were my number 1.
I put the Bears at 3.
Okay, Seahawks.
Texans at 4.
Ooh.
Jags at 5.
Okay.
Chargers at 666. Seahawks at 6.
Got it. Okay.
So I had all the top teams in the mix there.
Okay.
And I mostly put the Texans up pretty high for their Cal McNair video.
Dude, it was so hell yeah.
Just brilliant execution, comedic concept, top notch.
God. Well, also because it seems like CJ Stroud did not know about it either when he's waiting outside the locker room, because he comes out and just starts laughing his ass off. So yeah, it was well done. Texans social media. Well done. Yes, the curse wheel will enslave us all. You thought AI was the problem? No. I mean, it is, but curse wheel too.
Yeah.
AI curse wheel.
AI.
Yes, Riley Moss was flagged for defensive pass interference on that 2-point conversion.
Oh,
yes.
100%.
100%. We want to do some game picks?
Yes.
Let's do it.
Yes.
Also, I will say this, as someone who has streamed every Thursday Night Football game for the last 4 years now, this has been the best season for Thursday Night Football because we had some really good games in the beginning of the year too. And there were some that definitely were flops, like some of the other primetime games, but
yeah, but the majority of the games have been pretty good on Thursday night.
They were good.
It's like,
it would help for the internet broadcasts.
If you're anti-Thursday Night Football, this is not the season you can point to.
Yeah.
And look at that. I even picked Seattle to win.
Look at that.
And I obviously I have a dumb shtick about picking with the curse wheel.
Yeah.
And the exact opposite happened here. I was like, when I was looking at their previous matchup, the Seahawks defense shut Stafford down this year. He had 131 passing yards against him. It was his lowest of the season. I was like, it's in Seattle. They did a great job against the Rams that last time. So I kind of thought Seattle would win. And they did, but not for any of the reasons that I thought they would win the game. Because Stafford lit them up. So I got lucky. Thank you, Curse Wheel. And then we got 2 Saturday games, huh, Tom?
Yes, we do. I'll be streaming both of them because we're doing an 8-hour charity stream, baby.
Bam. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Eagles. Again, Commanders and Eagles, usually it's a fun game, unless it's the NFC Championship game. But yeah, I got Philadelphia winning this one. So there you go. Get your win streak back. I bet.
Yeah, Eagles, you got to win. Playing a Washington team that has nothing to play for except spoiler.
No Jaden Daniels for the rest of the year.
Watch out for Mariota.
Yeah. So both teams limping into this game. Romo Dunze and Luther Burden both out for the Chicago, or should I say, the Gary Bears.
This posturing. We'll just take them out of the state altogether.
Oh my God! I don't
give us our tax money.
If it does not, I don't think it's going to happen. But if they become the Gary Bears,
oh my God!
You know what? Might start going to church.
Gary Bears.
The Gary Bears. But the Packers, obviously, they have no Micah Parsons. We're going to see about Josh Jacobs. He's banged up. Christian Watson is trying to play. Dude, our injury list is so freaking long right now. But not having, they didn't have Odunze for the first matchup, but Luther Burden, who was doing well against the Packers, their last meeting. This is going to be a very interesting game. The biggest question mark is going to be, what does that Packers defense look this season without Micah Parsons? We saw them last year, and they were still a solid defense without Parsons. Is that going to be the same this year? I do worry a little bit about our secondary. But considering the Bears are also dealing with a bunch of injuries, I think the Packers have a shot here. It's really just going to come down to, can we get after the quarterback, man? We got 1 sack on Caleb Williams the last time, and it was Evan Williams. We'll see if Evan Williams plays. But yeah, man, this could be a tough game. Yeah. It's going to be a good one, though, on primetime.
This is, for the Bears stadium situation, the problem is the Bears have the poorest owners in the NFL. Those poor ass, maybe barely billionaires trying to.
Well, they don't even own their stadium, though. I mean, this happens throughout the league, right? Yeah, they don't own their stadium. It would not
be an issue for a Walmart-owned team. They just bought a whole bunch of land and said, you know what? We're going to build it without taxpayer dollars. God bless Walmart.
What happens when you don't allow unions.
Hey, don't need them. When we got a free stadium.
There you go. Perna got a fitty.
We are building some big union busting groups here in Colorado for our Lord and Savior Walmart.
That's it.
And thank you, Twisted Squid Evil.
Oops, sorry.
Hey.
Boom.
Hey.
And you're picking the Pack?
Of course I'm picking the Pack. Packers could be going against an undefeated team that's 16-0, and I'm rocking with them to the end.
I'll take the Bears at home.
Boo.
It's so
possible,
hard.
dude.
I just like I need to see Green Bay without Micah.
Yep.
I'm not trying to do this to, agitate you.
No, but I agree with you. I didn't even put him in the power rankings. I put him as an honorable mention because I just don't know what this team looks like. The good news is like the fact that Watson was not significantly hurt because you had to go to the hospital. Like it was, the fact that he's not significantly hurt, Zach Tom avoided any like knee damage. Like those are the offense is mostly intact. Josh Jacobs, he went off. He did well against you guys.
Yeah.
He really needs to be in this ball game. So yeah, man. I mean, they're beat up. And unfortunately, even though they're playing on Saturday, they don't have any extra rest because they're playing the following Saturday in prime time against the Ravens. So
that is silly.
So
that's going to be a fun game. I think we get
good.
I think we get a really good read on either team, but
we'll see,
all
man.
right.
I got the Buffalo Bills here. I like the Cleveland Browns defense. Here's a question.
I don't like their defense lately.
I don't. But does Myles Garrett break the sack record this week?
No. He needs one.
It's like 1.5 to break it. I think it's 1 to tie, something like that.
Yeah. I mean, probably.
So
probably. I said this is the saddest, most elite performance by a defender I've ever watched through the course of a season with Myles Garrett.
I mean,
you could argue in a way that it's more impressive because the Browns are so bad.
Sure.
But you could also say it makes it that much more meaningless. Like he's literally just playing for nothing except for this record.
Yeah. HV, that's only in particular circumstances you can't advance the fumble. So I think it's like the final 2 minutes, right? Is it something like that? And it's like the fourth quarter. It's I looked it up last night again too.
Yeah, I forget the exact framing of it. But yeah, the Browns have been giving up a bunch of rushing yards. The strength of the Bills is letting James Cook saute, and I think they'll handle Cleveland. I think the Bills' defense been fairly opportunistic. Get a turnover or two from Shadir.
All right, 4th down after the 2-minute warning or during a try, but it doesn't matter because again, it's they were saying it's because it was a backwards pass that it did not matter. But yeah, so inside 2 minutes and 4th quarter.
Yeah,
that's when you can. That's true. But yeah, I got Bills here. It'll be an interesting task, but yeah, the Browns don't look good. You got the Chargers?
Yeah, I'll take the gritty Chargers.
I got the Chargers.
Dude, what Justin Herbert's doing this season is very impressive. Like, I think I saw that one of them charts in terms of like the pass protection, and the Chargers are just absolutely one of the worst teams at it. And the fact that they have 10 wins, and he's doing it while hurt, like all that.
Their O-line's trash.
Yeah. I mean, the Cowboys are a team that could give them problems, right?
It does, right? It does.
But I'm gonna go with the Chargers.
Yeah, same. I mean, the only thing is like that pass rush could definitely get after him. But I don't believe in their secondary at all. And if they're able to run it with Hampton, I think they're going to be okay.
Yeah.
Chiefs, they're rocking with Minshew. Are they still playing their other starters? I would assume so, yeah.
I would say some of them.
Yeah, so...
Watching Thursday Night Football last night, they had a promo for the Broncos-Chiefs Christmas game.
Yes, they did.
And I was like, oh my God, I bet they had to re-edit this because there was no Patrick Mahomes in the...
That's tough. Yeah.
I was like, I've never seen a Chiefs trailer or preview and you don't have Mahomes and you can't have him in there because he's hurt now. I was like, that is a wild thing to see, man.
I mean, dude, compared to Thanksgiving, where like 2 out of the 3 games were great, oh, it is shaping up to be a terrible Christmas slate. I mean, because, right, it's the Commanders. Is it Commanders-Cowboys? Right? It's because it's the... Oh, my God. Yeah, Cowboys, Commanders, Lions, Vikings, and then Broncos, Chiefs. And Broncos, Chiefs was like, oh, man, that's going to be great. But now there's no Mahomes, and the Chiefs are out of the playoffs, so it's kind of like, how good is this really going to be?
And everybody thought maybe it won't be great because the Broncos will be out of the mix and it won't matter. Wrong.
I didn't realize Myers is 8 field goals away from the record. Damn. I mean, he kicked a whole lot of field goals on Sunday. So, like, but damn, I did not realize that. That's cool.
He set the Seahawks franchise record, right? Was it 6?
That's awesome. Hey, Grizzly. Let's go.
Oh, wow. Years of trying, my wife. Nice. Pregnant.
Wait, does this mean it was successful? I think it means this was successful. Grizzly, are you just like being like, hey, man, just.
I like how he clarified with our baby.
Yeah.
Years of trying, and I'm pretty sure it's mine.
I think it's good. I think we're all right.
I think that's good. Congrats.
Congratulations.
It's the best thing that'll ever happen to you.
I think this game actually could be low-key good. I think Jets-Saints actually could be pretty competitive. I think the Saints are going to win. It would make sense if the Saints lost after sweeping the Panthers, because that's just what this season is. But
the most likely thing is the Jets win this game.
Yep.
Brady Cook, is he starting again? He goes off for like 300 yards and 3 touchdowns. Poor Giants.
I think Perna should be able to do this. Yes.
Can we get Perna to wear a nope.
Wear the cosplay, Perna.
Nope. You get me 6,000 signups. That's the only way that shit's happening.
There you go.
Yeah.
I got the Vikings here. JJ McCarthy, 2 games in a row, has looked pretty damn good. Vikings, while out of the playoffs, I mean, they're playing for pride and just to show that JJ McCarthy can be the guy. Giants, I think they're very content with losing right now just because they're holding the number 1 overall pick. They were competitive against Commanders, but ultimately lost. Oh, no, what a shame. Hold on to that number 1 spot.
If the Giants get that number 1 pick, you think they're trading? Think they're trading out of that?
If it's for a QB needy team, I can definitely see it. If they move down like 1 or 2 spots and they can go get, maybe like another offensive lineman, or they could go and like add to that defense. Yeah, I think you definitely make that trade. Get a whole bunch of picks, especially for a brand new head coach too. Why not? It'll be a New Jersey draft, man. You got the Jets with multiple picks. You get the Giants with multiple picks.
Yeah, they might as well just move it back to New York for that one. Yeah, it's Broncos playing the Jags this week. I don't know what to expect either.
Yeah. It's going to be good.
Woo! One of the games of the week, Bucks versus Panthers. My God. The Panthers just lost, right? So I'm going to take Carolina.
They both just lost.
Yeah, but the Panthers are a every other week team this year.
Yes, they are. That is 100% correct. So I originally picked the Buccaneers, then I went to the Panthers, and during predictions, like, you know what? I'm just going to go with the Panthers because the Buccaneers loss was more embarrassing.
Sure.
Just like, and again, I think they have a ton of talent. They're getting healthy. On paper, I think the Buccaneers should win this football game. But I don't believe in either of them right now.
No,
I don't.
And I'm not basing it off of anything football related other than the Panthers. You're an every other week winner.
Yep. So, I don't know, man.
Another one that is like, this is just a sad ass game. This is the saddest game of the week.
Yeah.
Joe Burrow. He's probably not playing. Are they going to play Joe?
Let me see.
We got Quinn Ewers going in for the Dolphins. That'll be interesting for Miami to take a look at. Ryan Fitzpatrick last night. I'm pretty
sure Burrow's playing.
He's going to play?
I'm pretty sure he's playing.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he's playing.
Fitzmagic was like, Tua's done. He's 100% done in Miami. No way he's coming back to that team.
Curse Wheel was mentioned to Sharp and Ocho Cinco. Was it like a super chat or something?
Oh, nice.
That's awesome.
Come on, get me on with them.
That's it.
Get me on with them.
Yeah, and what was Joe Burrow? He just like said on his future, he goes, crazy things happen. Oh my God. Exactly, Casual. That man is not feeling great. I got Cincinnati here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good defense to start against if you're Quinn Ewers, but yeah. Oh my God. I would love to see that arc. Puka joining Rodgers' cult. Oh man, let's go.
We are
Now
the
we're
darkness.
talking. Do you think, I know Aaron Rodgers never would because he said he's just going to go away, but like he just becomes an IRL like streamer and just starts streaming like every day and just like going out into public?
Rodgers?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think he would go into the public. He would be like in the woods somewhere, like alone.
Waco Part 2.
But yeah, I could see him desperately needing that attention. But the entire time he's like, I'm out here because I don't want any attention. But I'm streaming and showing you every moment of my life.
Yeah.
That's the Rodgers arc there for that.
Perna, you used to edit Theater of Life.
Yes, I did.
Do you have any funny stories of those SNL guys?
Nick Rutherford and Beck Bennett. I don't know if I have funny stories, but they were very cool. Incredibly talented. When we worked at Maker Studios, in my opinion, they were one of the few people like whose videos I'd actually watched before I started editing YouTube videos. And they were just comedically on a different level than everybody else I thought in the company. It was Rutherford, Beck Bennett, and Kyle Mooney, and they had great chemistry. But Theater of Life, to me, was like one of the funniest shows we did. And it was just Nick and Beck sitting in beach chairs at Venice Beach, and they were just commenting on the people walking by, making up stories, improvising, doing funny voices. And so I used to edit that show voluntarily to give me a break and edit something that I really liked in the week.
There you go.
But yeah, they're fucking awesome.
Puka's not wrong about the refs. I mean, the refs, we complain about the refs all the time.
Yeah.
I don't think from last night. I think by the rules, the backward pass is fine. Oh, Perna's got a phone call. So by the rules, that's fine. I mean, I agree that the refs suck, but that's been going on for years. Perna's taking a phone call. He just leaves, says goodbye. All right. Hey, Butzel, you don't care. Jaguars-Broncos. This should be a pretty fun game. Trevor Lawrence, last 3 games, no interceptions, balled out this past Sunday, had 6 freaking touchdowns, 1 on the ground. Going against that Broncos team, Bo Nix just looked real good against the Packers, throwing 4 touchdowns and over 300 yards. This is going to be interesting because, it's not going against the Jets here for the Jaguars, but this is probably going to be one of the toughest tests that the Jaguars have faced all season, besides like going against like that Texans defense. And while the Broncos defense, like they really stepped up in that second half, especially when Zach Tom went down and they were really able to get pressure. My concern in this game is that if they're able to get after Trevor Lawrence, that secondary is very opportunistic and they could cause some turnovers. So maybe you see the Trevor Lawrence from a few weeks ago. That's my take. Perna, what do you think about this game?
Whew. I just won Parallel Parker of the Year, so I think the Broncos are going to win. This is what I'm battling in terms of picking this game, Tom. And I was battling it last week with the Packers. How many games have the Broncos won in a row? 11. That means they are a very good football team. It also just means you're due for a loss at some point, right? Like when you win that many games in a row, I think like the superstition is, I know we're a good football team. We're playing a good football team, and at some point, we got to lose a freaking game. But I think, and it's hard because the Jags are playing really good football right now. And I believe the Broncos overall are still a better team based on the consistency of this season. But it feels like the Jags, and I talked a little bit about this in power rankings, but like Jacoby Myers has been such a key pickup for them. And you put it in the rundown, right? Because they extended Jacoby.
Yeah, 3-year beautiful deal. Like that makes all the sense in the world.
And he was like the missing piece to Liam Cohen's offense in terms of how he wants the whole thing to function and run. He's making the tough catches over the middle. And the thing that was holding Jacksonville back early in the season were all those dropped passes, right? And missed opportunities. It looked like Brian Thomas Jr. didn't want to make some of the catches. Their defense was really opportunistic early in the season. Like when they were, I think they were leading the league in interceptions. I know their linebacker was, but like, I don't know what to make of Jacksonville quite yet. And I'm trying to battle my bias in when I pick this game.
Sure.
I think Liam Cohen's doing a hell of a job. The way he calls the offense is really good. I think it's tough to defend. Hopefully the Broncos pass rush is what kind of forces Lawrence into making some mistakes. The Jags had to put Bashal Tootin on IR, so one part of their explosive run game's kind of gone. ETN's been great. I'm gonna go Denver though. I think they win this game, and then they intentionally lose to either the Chiefs or Chargers.
What do you recommend for breakfast in Denver? Perna's house.
Oh, you got to get a breakfast burrito with green chili.
There you go.
Go to Santiago's, go to Sam's number 3, go to anywhere and just get some good green chili.
Davante Adams, listen, I'm very upset that Davante Adams ultimately left, right? But that man did not cause any drama on that team whatsoever because he wanted to make a deal with the Packers, and the Packers were like, you're going to wait because we want to see what Rodgers is doing.
Yeah.
And by that time, it was too late. So Davante Adams, he even said this when he left. He was like, dude, I've never been in any trouble. I've never caused any issues. Davante Adams is an excellent teammate.
Honestly, and like, so the Rams had to settle for a couple field goals early in this game because Davante Adams not playing. And Davante Adams has been he's been Matthew Stafford's like best target in those short yardage situations at the goal line. So I think that was a big difference in the game as well.
I don't think we're infantilizing him. I think he is just an immature person. I think he is also a 24-year-old.
Yeah.
At the same time, like, yeah, you can't do that celebration. And thankfully he didn't, 1, and 2, he apologized for it. But the thing is, like, this is the great part about it, right? Now all eyes are on Puka, and now it's up to him to change the perception that people have of him.
Yeah.
Right. And so he can either run with that and like be like, all right, now I'm going to have a better awareness going forward, or I'm not, and he's going to do stupid crap.
I think like when I see any of these things, I try to ask, like, what do I believe is that person's intention, right? And I don't think Puka had any sort of nefarious intentions. I don't think he was intentionally trying to be offensive either. And I think when you see a guy very quickly get demonized and labeled like a racist, basically, right? In this situation, like, that's a very serious thing to start accusing someone of.
Sure.
And if it's justifiable, then fair. And I think like that's why it turned into something where, you know, you're not trying to defend anything he did, but you're trying to like paint the full picture of what happened.
Yeah. And again, like, the ball's in his court, man. Like, if he screws this up again, all right, well, then you don't get no benefit of the doubt anymore.
Get off the internet and
get off the internet.
I think it's a good reminder to any player: stay the fuck away from streamers. Stay the fuck away from streamers. Like, they're trying to be entertaining. They do a thing that is very different from the way NFL players are supposed to approach the media, and even like a player doing his own podcast. That's a different and very controlled environment. Like, to be in that situation, you might say some dumb shit. So just stay the fuck away until
probably shouldn't go on Aiden Ross's stream. I mean, let's be very honest here.
Don't go on some of the most popular ones. Come on GPS. And
let's get off of that.
We'll get you to say some dumb shit on purpose.
Yeah. So,
all right.
Cardinals-Falcons also could be a competitive game. I got the Falcons. I did pick the Broncos, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, no, I think their defense is going to be the difference maker in this game.
Yeah.
So I think
it's tough because I think the Jags feel a little disrespected right now too. And I don't like playing a team that's 1, very good, and 2 is like, yeah, let everybody write us off, because that was the Broncos through a lot of their win streak there.
No, Boosh, I agree with you. I don't even know why you go on the stream. I think that's just dumb. But also, again, like, the amount of brain rot that exists on the internet, and this is not covering for him in any way, shape, or form. I personally, as a 35-year-old man, I have no idea why that is popular, but maybe I'm just out of touch. But here we are. This Aaron Rodgers versus his old foe. Lions trying to keep their playoff hopes alive. Steelers trying to put together 2 good games in a row. TJ Watt, I still think is I think he's doubtful, right, to play because he gets stabbed in the freaking lung.
Yeah.
So that's a bit tough.
From dry needling. What the fuck is dry needling?
That sounds not fun. Not
It's
fun.
a physical therapy technique using thin needles to target tight muscle knots.
Exactly, of course.
So the dry needle went too far. Jesus Christ.
I feel like I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't know. That's tough. You just be like, oh, sorry, hit your lung. My bad.
Yeah.
Oh, that's tough. That is.
I'm going to go Detroit. I'm going to go Detroit here because the Steelers are kind of like the Panthers of the AFC.
Hey, you know what? Yeah. Kick. Oh, you got the Duval. Let's go. No, the curse wheel comes for us all. It comes for us all. And in our final moments, when we are about to be extinguished from this mortal coil, we will just hear it spin and Perna laughing. And then it will land on us.
Johnny John.
Perna, if you outlive me, right, and it looks like I'm about to die, whether hit by a bus, sickness, whatever, right? Can you put my name on the curse wheel and spin it?
Yeah,
just
of course.
send me off. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I'll take it to your funeral, and we'll do a live spin as your coffin is being lowered.
Oh, well, and then the strap breaks, and I don't think I'm gonna get buried, so.
I don't care. I'm burying you. I will take your ashes, and I'll put them in a coffin and bury your ass.
I feel like that just seems wasteful.
No. It'll all decompose one day.
Or you could just put me in an urn.
Coffin with meat and cheese to keep you fed in the afterlife.
I am already dead. That is true too. What if you put me in an urn on your set? So it's like you could just do GPS and you just do it. And Tom, and you just have an urn cam.
It'll be on something where it like kind of has the balance. And it's at risk of falling off every episode.
Yes. And then you can just vacuum it up. It's fine.
Oh, you're right. That it would be a good mashup.
Yeah. Anyway, I got the Lions too.
Yeah.
Bernie got a fitting.
Holy crap. Let's see here.
Oh, there you are.
After the Netflix roasting of Tom Brady, I'm scared ESPN's coming for my cum jokes. You stay away from my cum jokes, ESPN! I'm the king of jizz. I'm the king of jizz, ESPN, not you.
Someone said in the chat, a milk jug for my urn. Well played.
Oh, yeah. A milk jug.
Well played.
It just, your ashes break out in hives.
Yeah. It just starts bubbling like it's boiling. We're like, wow, Tom's ashes are even allergic to milk.
Yeah. It's just, it's always emitting some sort of steam. I can put your professors on the curse wheel.
I love it. There you go. There we go. Hey, leg. Keep on rocking. Hope that raid helped out those numbers. Let's go.
Boom.
Raiders, Texans. I'm sorry, Raiders. That's all. That's all I have to say about this game. I'm sorry.
Yeah, is Pickett playing or Geno?
I don't think it matters.
But
yeah, no. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt.
Now we get a nice conclusion.
There you go. Thomas Gizmo from the Gremlins. Oh, yes. Hello. I mean, listen, I just want Joe Burrow to be happy. That's all I want. I think both of these games I think are going to be pretty damn good. The Ravens, I don't know. I did pick the Patriots to win, but I feel a Ravens upset. Ooh. It just feels like maybe it. But what does it depend on, Brandon? Which Baltimore Ravens team is going to show up? And that's a tough one.
Yeah.
Oh, Jake Delhomme.
Okay, actually, this is all right. My heart wants Phillip Rivers to win.
I know.
I really do. I really want him to win. And I think you saw what the mind of a veteran quarterback can bring to a team. And he had a greater challenge last week. I think there's a very good chance he and the Colts actually steal a win here against the 49ers. But Brock Purdy and the 49ers offense, they're playing great right now. So that's why I think the Niners win. I'm going to take the Ravens because they run the ball well when they remember, and they remembered last week, and that's how you beat the Patriots. That's how the Bills and Josh Allen were able to, grind through that game. Another, really solid day from James Cook. I think Lamar was sick again this week. He had some sort of flu or some shit.
I think so, yeah.
That happens I feel like that happens 4 times a year with Lamar. I need the stat on how he's played after his in-week illnesses. Who has that stat?
That's true. That's the stat we really do need.
Also, I kind of want the Ravens to win a little bit to give the Broncos a bit of a buffer. So there's my bias.
Gotta fit it.
You know what? I've been wanting to go to Santa Fe for a while. We were in Taos a few years ago. But yes, Santa Fe, I'll come eat some green chili. Fuck yeah.
Oh, hell yeah, Nick. Let's go.
Tia Sophia's restaurant in Santa Fe. Tia Sophia. You're the owner? Born in the Springs? Oh, God, Nick. Sold?
Unbelievable. That was 2 in a row. I missed the first one.
Nothing but net.
Funny thing is he told me to get the camera. I thought he meant for my tricks.
I honestly forgot that clip was that long. I forgot it went that long. Also, remember when we played horse and it went for 45 minutes? No one would.
Yeah.
That was pretty great. Tyler Shuck has a better completion percentage than Patrick Mahomes.
Boom. Yeah, Mahomes passed his prime, clearly.
He's that guy. Let's go.
All right.
All right, so you're picking the Ravens?
Yeah, I'm going to take them.
Oh, yeah, and I got the 49ers for the last game.
Yeah.
I think so. We're good. Hey, there you go. Oh, yeah. Oh, my
Little salty. Appreciate it, though. My goodness.
Perna, what do you got coming out?
Well, I did a thing about the 2-point play last night.
Yes.
And I'm debating whether or not to do something from the game in its entirety last night, but we'll see. Probably nothing.
There you go. Listen, the Puka and his brother are going to turn into Gone in 60 Seconds. Nicolas Cage, they're going to go steal Eleanor. So they're going to go get him.
Let's ride.
Dude, I love that movie. Bring Sally up and bring Sally. Great. It's just a very long opening, but I love that movie. It was great. Leif, I haven't done diddly squat. I haven't done it. I've been working nonstop. So last night I put out, it was 1:30 in the morning, I think, on the East Coast when it finally went out. The reaction to last night. Tonight will be Q&A, and I think I'm going to do an Amazon skit. I'm pretty sure we'll try to get there. Also, we're less than 700 subs away from 950K.
Whoa, nice.
Most importantly, though, tomorrow, 8-hour fundraiser stream. It's our 5th annual one. We're doing it for Street Angels Milwaukee Outreach. It's one of the smallest charities we've ever raised money for. They have 5 full-time employees. They do great work with the homeless community here. Whether it is food, resources, I think they donate a total $270,000 worth of clothing and food. So the fact that we raised $100,000 for charity last December, if we come anywhere near that this year, it is going to be a world of a difference for this organization. Nice. So we'll be shooting through both games. 100% of every single dollar will go to them. It's going to be a great time. Let's do it. Well, folks, we'll see you on Monday. For another edition of GPS. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Tom Grossi. That's Brendan Perna. This is JPS. And you have been navigated.
And after further review, your 2-point play is taken away.